Al-Taraki, who is from the city of Ubari in the southwest of the country, revealed that the work of smuggling networks in Libya flourished during this period and the migration lines multiplied from south to north, due to natural factors and favorable climatic conditions that smugglers and migrants exploit to leave their countries in the Sahel and Saharan countries towards Libya in order to sell surreptitiously towards Europe, as well as because of the new authorities' distraction from assuming their duties, reorganizing their ranks and their interest in the political movement in the country. Maghreb. Torture, extortion and sexual violence, the hell of migrants in Libya. Profitable business. In addition, he talked about the financial returns and profits made by illegal immigration workers, noting that he earns about $150 per day in exchange for receiving immigrants upon their arrival in the city of Merzouk and arranging housing for them, then transporting them through dirt roads aboard his private car, which carries between 15 to 20 migrants to one of the assembly points in the city of Sabah. He continued, saying that he would hand them over after they reached Sabah to another gang that would transport them to the north and eventually receive his wages. He also added, "It is tiring work, but it is profitable, as I make an average of 3 trips a week." On the other hand, he made it clear that he did not know the fate of these migrants after he handed them over, and whether they were being sold or tortured. Al-Taraki added that the African immigrant pays between $5,000 and $8,000 from his entry to southern Libya until his arrival in the north, in the event that he is not sometimes sold or blackmailed to obtain a ransom from his family, militia leaders and top smugglers. He also revealed that the major smugglers in the cities of the Libyan West, who are mainly the leaders of the armed militias, make huge money and profits from working in the migrant smuggling trade. In this context, he explained, each boat carries between 50 and 100 migrants, which means that major smugglers earn at least $20,000 from a single trip. It is noteworthy that despite the relative stability in Libya after the end of the armed conflict and the new executive authority taking over its duties, and despite international efforts to curb the spread and predation of human smuggling gangs, they have remarkably regained their activity in the recent period, as dozens of flights were monitored leaving the shores of Libya towards Europe, and hundreds were rescued. Migrants from drowning. Dozens of migrants drowned in the Mediterranean during the past week, amid expectations of an increase in the number of migrants wishing to reach Europe during the summer. Will not stop. In this context, a security official in the Libyan Navy revealed that migration operations will not stop in Libya because of its huge financial revenues and the availability of an appropriate environment for it. He also admitted that its activity returned during this period after its decline due to the corona crisis, explaining that the smuggling gangs have become mobile and have created new migration centers and smuggling points on the seashore and in the tourist areas of the cities of Zawiya, Zliten, Bakrin, Sabratha and even the capital, Tripoli. In addition, the same spokesman indicated, in a statement to alarabia.net, to the increase in crossings from Libya to Europe during the past days and weeks, as hundreds of migrants were rescued from drowning during the past weeks after they were abandoned at sea, after running out of water, their money and delusion of transporting them to European shores. He added that most of the migrants who tried to stow away with the help of smuggling gangs were returned to Libyan territory and handed over to the Anti-Illegal Migration Agency, armed groups affiliated with state agencies. He also confirmed the involvement of well-known armed militias affiliated with state agencies in revitalizing human trafficking in Libya, pointing out that the migration problem has not yet attracted the attention of the new authorities. It is noteworthy that since the beginning of this year, the Libyan Coast Guard has intercepted about 7,500 migrants at sea, according to data from the International Organization for Migration, while thousands have managed to reach Italy.